Ooh, baby. Yeah. I'm yours.
Okay, yeah. All right, dear.
Side to the living. God sent me to y'all today.
I see you pulled up early and everything.
I've been out there since 5:30.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I pulled up right after you did.
Okay.
Yeah, so we could do 2 hours today.
I wish you did do 2 hours.
We did 2 hours today.
Really, this sure wasn't this
Hey, 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 hey. Ooh, man. That's it.
I'm yours.
I'm yours. You already know what it is.
You listen to the smooth grooves and be legend.
Yo, man.
Deep and deep stroke. You live. We got nothing but the hits, nothing but the hits from the TV, drinks, everything we got.
Tell them be legend.
12 to 6, got 2 conversations going on. Take on 1, we got Joe 2, 7 on 2, we got
Hey, it's DJ Deep on the mouth. There we go. Hey, there it is.
They got no idea. They got no what it is. Yeah.
Hey man, what's up? What's happening? You already know who it is and what it is. It's your host, Nephew Q, host of the world's most dangerous sports show, Beyond the Game. And if it's your first time tuning in, I got with me my constituents, my compadres.
In the building.
The dude on my right, I don't know if he wants to be announced because his team is 0-2 right now. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a second.
They don't need to talk about it.
Hey, don't need to talk about it.
Is it over for me, legend?
I ain't said a word.
You ain't said a word, but I got my guy Ralph playing the bill. Ralph, gonna introduce yourself one time for the one time.
What's up, world? Hey, Broncos, we still got a chance.
To do what?
Let's go.
To do what?
Let's go, Bronco Nation. We still got a chance.
Hey,
Hey, Dion, you want to come over to them?
Nigga. I was just getting ready to ask you, legend. Shador. I mean, y'all got Shador. Y'all got Caleb Williams. Y'all got the kid in Washington. Y'all got some pretty good options coming up.
We need somebody.
Y'all got,
Shador.
but Dion came out and said Shador ain't coming.
That's a smart move.
I got Caleb and the kid up there, and get you a UK kid. But anyways, we got the legendary legend, the man, the myth, the legend himself. If y'all don't know who I'm talking about by now, there's an internet site that became famous because this dude was on here. It's www.blankhub.com. And this dude was on there. And ever since he been on there, it blew up. I can't tell you what. You gotta go find it. This category, you gotta go find it. I got big legend in here. Introduce yourself, my guy.
I didn't know, legend.
Hey, look, I'm starting my own.
I'm trying to tell you.
No, it's not what y'all thinking.
Okay.
It's not radio listens. It's not what y'all thinking.
Okay.
I'm starting my own night vibes.
Okay.
Night vibes.
Night vibes.
Nothing straight R&B. Straight R&B.
For those who are listening,
Some of that love making.
Yeah,
that's his name on the hub.
Yeah.
Night vibes. But let's get into it today, man. The NFL, we got a couple of sorry teams. We got the Broncos, Patriots, Texans, Chargers, Vikings, Panthers, Cardinals, Bears, Bengals, all 0-2 to start the NFL season.
Why?
Ralph, Clay, I'm gonna throw it over to you first because your team is in this. I mean, before we get started, in the BTG group chat, I mean, a lot of y'all thought my squad was gonna be here, but we on the opposite side of this thing.
That's why I get for talking so much.
I mean, I told you we 10 wins. We get it. We get 10 up
right
in this
now.
thing.
I see no lies.
And I know a lot of y'all on Facebook, y'all laughed at me, but I told y'all we on our way to 10. Clay.
Yes, sir.
Who bounces back from 0-2?
Out of the teams you named,
Yes.
bro, I would love to say the Denver Broncos.
I know you would,
but they're not going to be included in my list.
Okay. I'm glad you keep it at 1,000.
The two teams that I see somewhat making the turnaround. I see the Chargers. I
Uh-huh.
can still see them making the playoffs.
Okay.
And the Minnesota Vikings. A lot of people
Yeah.
had the Vikings winning the North. You know, a lot of people at least had the Vikings in the playoffs. So those are the two teams out of the teams you named that I believe can still bounce back.
Negative.
Make a run, still make the playoffs.
Negative.
I mean, the NFC North is not a strong division. It's still up in the air. You got the Lions, you got the Bears, you got the Packers.
Why you named them two last teams?
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
So I believe the Vikings still have a chance being in that division. And the Chargers, of course, I believe in Justin Herbert. They have a really good team. They've lost some tough games.
They have a really good offense.
They have a really good offense. I'll give you that. They lost a tough one to Miami in the first game. They lost Eckler also in that first game. He wasn't able to play the second game. So I believe they'll be able to bounce back. So
Who they just get beat by? I can't remember. I can't remember who was the Chargers. The Chargers.
Did they lose to?
Yeah, they lost on a field goal to somebody. I can't
What,
remember.
you mean the first game?
No, the second game.
The Dolphins the first game.
The Dolphins,
second game.
I forgot who was. They lost by a field goal in the second
I don't
game.
even remember.
But Legend, while he
Those
was
are my teams.
Legend, I'm gonna throw this list to you again: Broncos, Patriots, Texans, Chargers, Vikings, Panthers, Cardinals, Bears, and Bengals. All 0-2. Who you see bouncing back?
Well, I definitely see the Chargers for sure at some point in time. They have probably the best chance because they shouldn't really be 0-2.
It was the Titans they lost to.
Yeah,
Titans
are trash.
Yeah.
But the craziest thing about that game is that I actually anticipated they would lose that game because if you look historically, when the Chargers have to go back to back cross country, they normally lose that game. So that didn't surprise me. They lost that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go Chargers and probably the same thing. Right? I would say Vikings. I mean the rest of those teams, man.
No Bengals. Y'all don't think?
I just don't. I don't know about Joe Burrow, and I don't know about his health
The
this
Bengals.
season, man.
The Bengals. I mean, they definitely have a chance, man.
They got a chance.
Look at who they play.
The Bengals are playing the Rams.
Oh yeah, Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football.
Hey.
Keep that prediction because we gonna get the Monday night predictions later on in the show.
No, I mean,
I picked the other team.
Yeah, I think definitely number one would be the Chargers. I just they should not be 0-2.
They should not. At worst, best 1-1. At worst.
In terms of Minnesota, I mean, dude, like
what's going on up there? I think Justin Jefferson ain't happy.
He's not, bro.
I mean, you're
not gonna be happy losing.
Yeah, you're gonna be happy, but he ain't going nowhere. What I could see if they had the potential to be 1-5, 0-6. And if that happens,
it can swing both ways.
If that happens, I could definitely see something like the Kirk Cousins trade.
I'm sorry, Daniel. I'm just.
I can see a Kirk Cousins trade to the Jets or something like that.
Oh wow!
You know, once the season, once it gets to the point where they can't rebound.
Trade that Packers pick.
Nah, I mean, whatever you got.
Okay.
I mean, but you anticipate, you feel that the not the Browns, but the
Bengals.
The Bengals will bounce back. I mean, they are they really this terrible?
Yes.
I just believe that they rushed your boy back.
They probably did.
They rushed your boy back.
That's fine, but I couldn't. It's hard for me to believe.
Did they rush him back? Or did he rush himself back because he got that contract and he felt like he had to prove himself?
It's hard for me to believe.
It goes both ways.
Even still, they're that terrible. I mean, it's hard for me to believe that, but
they are that terrible.
They just haven't looked.
Now again, we said this last week, right? We said this last week if they lose to the Ravens. Dude, they lose to the Rams.
I believe they
0-3.
If they lose to the Rams,
I'm trying to tell you.
Let me tell you something. Every fire hydrant, every fire engine,
they're gonna blame somebody. So
every police siren in the city gonna be on because
I'm trying to tell you,
it's gonna be alert in the city of Cincinnati.
Broncos.
And Ike gonna be right here.
Oh, I can't wait to have Ike back here for that.
All of his draws and that.
Since Ike is not here.
Oh no, I can be called. I'm sure.
I guarantee you.
I was gonna say
Broncos. Sean Payton is about tired of Russell Wilson.
He's been tired of him since day one.
Russell who?
Russell Sierra.
Yes,
Sierra Russell.
Sierra Russell.
Sierra Russell. Patriots, they just a playmaker away. Texans, they young. Chargers.
Russell, I love when you 1-2 step.
Yeah, that's his song. I love it. 1-2 step.
That's that shoe that Sean Payton has right now because it's 1-2 step.
He's tired of him being Mr. Nice Guy. Like, bro, can we get some dog in you for once?
Hey, Russell Wilson making those. Let me show you how to treat your woman.
And I get it, and I respect the man for that, but we're talking about strictly football.
He ain't.
This ain't got nothing to do with how you treat your woman. We talking football.
So does this make y'all? Does this make y'all wonder who won that Super Bowl? Was it him or was it Legion of Boom?
I truly believe, bro. I was a Broncos fan, so I had to deal with the Legion of Boom destroying us during the Super Bowl.
It was always a Legion,
and it started from the first play.
It was always a Legion.
It was the Legion of Boom the whole entire time,
and it makes logical sense based on what Richard said. I mean, it was like you didn't give Marshawn Lynch the ball. Trying to make Russell Wilson that
star, that guy.
I totally believe that. But the decline of Russell Wilson this fast.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I don't care what nobody says. It's pretty amazing.
It is
because I don't think any. If you're really honest, I don't think any of us three sitting right here could honestly predict that Russell Wilson would have went to the Broncos.
And for me,
because he had all the weapons. Weapons are there.
For me, it's skill, but it's it's the IQ, bro. It's like people they're running wide open. It's like, bro, either he doesn't see him or he just doesn't want to throw him the ball. I don't know, bro.
Russell Wilson is a mature Justin Fields.
Man, bro, right now it's hard to argue.
He's a mature Justin Fields. So, like I was saying,
$240 million.
Hey, y'all paid it, not us. We got our quarterback. We paid $8 million. We 2-0.
Because I wanted to ask y'all, man. Like, is the quarterback the most most overpaid position?
Yes.
I mean, you just look at the production of the quarterbacks
here. The most overpaid position?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I would think so.
Daniel Jones,
Russell Wilson, Joe Burrow. These first 2 games of the season, but I give him slack because he is injured. But I mean, I just feel like
if you're injured, you'll sit down.
Dakota.
Who is?
You know what I'm saying? It's just like
don't start.
They paying all this money to these guys to.
Actually, to me, if you just look and see what's really going on, I mean, it just shows the amount of disrespect that's being paid to running backs.
Absolutely, 100%.
I mean, look at the injuries. Look at the beating that these dudes take. They won't even pay these dudes. If it were me, I would let my kid play football. That's just
I mean, meanwhile,
I agree, bro.
I mean, it is what it is. So, like I was saying, you got the Panthers. They just young. Cardinals. I don't know what the Cardinals are doing right now. I don't know.
Bro, they almost won the game.
They did.
They almost beat the Giants.
I don't know what they doing right now.
The Giants are terrible. Listen, wait till tomorrow night. Let me tell you something. Wait till Christian and them boys get a hold of the Giants.
Yes, sir.
Wait till Shanahan get a hold of the Giants.
Wait till Fred Warner get a hold of them Giants. Lord, how much rag. And then you got the Bears. I mean,
now see, here's my problem. You sent that text out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Now you all should understand why I refuse to support the Chicago Bears. I've been saying this for years. That's your team. No.
Yeah.
No.
I understand.
No.
We say just because I'm from Chicago,
listen,
don't mean I support it.
It's a true story. I got a guy in Chicago. He called me a sellout. He talked trash to me all the time because I would not root for the Bears. And I specifically explained why. Because they do this with these teams. They take these teams and they destroy them, tear them apart. Except once they got rid of Khalil Mack, they're like, they brought in a dude from Kansas City. The brother in from Kansas City, he's gonna turn it around. They got the first pick. They trade the first pick. Then they got DJ Moore and they got all this other stuff. They were turning around.
Claypool from
didn't change nothing.
Nothing.
What you see being this? The only thing that changed was the year.
Nothing.
The only thing that changed was the year.
Actually, they look worse this year than they did.
Justin Fields looks like he is not improving at
Justin
all.
Fields is like a rookie all over again, bro.
Absolutely,
man. We're gonna get to the point at this rate. The conversation is gonna be, what do we do? Do we trade Justin Fields and take the number 1 pick? And we take Caleb.
It's a conversation that needs to be had.
Right? Or whoever else is coming out of the court.
Michael Pinks, I think that's the kid's name.
From Washington.
Yeah. Do we do that? Trade Fields and at least get a pick. Yeah. Right? And if you get the number 1 pick, dude, they're terrible.
And when I sent that text, I was under the mind I don't think Justin Fields is that bad. I think he's not been coaching to be great. I think he's underdeveloped. I don't think they're doing a very good job of teaching him how to go through his reads. Go ahead, Ralph.
I was just gonna say the coach they currently have. What was that? The defensive coordinator for the the Indianapolis Colts. Someone who didn't deserve that job that he received, but that's a conversation for another day.
Well, before we go to quick commercial break, you brought up a name you brought up a offensive coordinator, but I want to talk about why isn't anybody talking about how Eric Bieniemy has Washington's offense looking versus how the Chiefs' offense is looking without Eric Bieniemy? So why aren't we talking about with Sam Happ, North Carolina product, by the way? But anyways, why aren't we talking enough about the job he's doing over there and the way the Chiefs look right now?
Oh, you want me to answer?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Because your son's over. He's struggling a little bit right now.
But see, let's call a spade a spade, right? Is it really? I'm just saying, and this is a question for you guys. This is a question for a question.
Okay.
Is it really Eric Bieniemy? Because I'm not going to take anything away from Eric Bieniemy. I think he's part of it. He's part of their success, right? But at the same time, I mean, what did they lose? Did they lose anything?
As far as Washington?
No. Did Kansas City lose anything?
Let's see.
If you look at this receiving core,
Juju.
If you take Travis Kelce out of, they lose anything.
If they take Travis Kelce out, they lost a lot.
They lost a lot,
yeah,
right? So when they played the first game, they lost to the Lions
without Kelce.
About 1 point, so.
But I'm just saying,
we know the difference in that game.
But look at that game, right? Mm-hmm. You got guys that's dropping the ball, 100%. Guys that didn't show. I mean, they didn't even seem like the same offense. So to me, do I think that they've lost some things? Absolutely. So I think it's the combination of losing Eric Bieniemy and losing guys like
Tyreek Hill.
But they won Super Bowl.
That's true,
right? But
but just that safety blanket.
Yeah, well, but at the same time, you got Hart. What's his name?
Mecole Hardman.
Yeah, he left.
Yep.
Juju left.
Yep.
I mean, these regardless of what you say, these guys are guys that's gonna catch passes.
Okay.
Compared to Tony.
Absolutely.
Ball hits his hands, he dropped. But that was his issue in New York.
Yep. That's why they let him go.
That's why they let him
for
go.
nothing.
For nothing. Yeah.
He had talent. He's got talent out the world, but
drops.
You got Sky Moore. He's young.
And he's a running back converted
they got
to
the young
a
kid
receiver.
Rice.
Yeah.
He's
So
going
you got a lot of young guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, it doesn't make it that you're in the league.
Yeah.
You got to ball hit your hands. You got to make those catches.
Right.
So I think it's a combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think it's a disservice to the enemy that he does not have a head coaching job.
Oh, most definitely.
100%. He deserves it. He's been deserved.
So since we think and everybody feels like he deserves it, Washington is not a contender whatsoever. But what does Washington or what can Washington do in order for teams to be like, okay, we'll give him a shot now? Because the excuse was, Andy Reid, he got Pat Mahomes, anybody can do that. Now he's over here. So what does Washington need to finish the season like in order for Bieniemy to finally get that head coaching job?
They have to have some type of playoff success.
So one
at least one game.
Well, I mean, let's think about that for a second. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but I'm just saying, I mean, in that NFC, can they make the playoffs?
Yeah, because the NFC is kind of weak.
It is possible.
It's possible. Like, look at the top of the NFC. Who's there?
Dallas.
So you got Dallas.
And who?
Who else gonna come?
The only other team 2-0, but I don't
the
know.
Bucks.
Okay,
I put the Bucks up there.
That's
the
3.
Bucks.
That's
those
3.
Those are all the winners of your division.
2-0.
Right. So then we got 3 more coming behind that, right?
Right.
So you're gonna take somebody else, probably
Lions.
The Lions, I would say you got the Lions.
But are they that much better than Washington?
We're gonna see.
We are gonna see.
You got Philadelphia.
Okay, that's 5.
So that's 5, and they got another team in there. Where's it coming from?
I can see.
Would it be a team like Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Could it be a team like Washington? Now you talking three teams out of NFC East,
and it's possible.
And,
it's possible.
And only one team out of the South,
right?
Is that?
I mean, the Falcons are 2-0 too.
I was going to say,
don't forget that.
Now, so I'm not saying. So I'm just saying. I mean,
it's tough, man. We got to let it play out.
I'm not saying that they can't make it, but I'm just saying it's not a shoe-in.
But what would they need to do in order for teams to give Bieniemy that look?
But see, I don't think I really don't. Like, I don't think that it has anything to do with whether they make the playoffs. I really don't. I mean, because the man won 2 Super Bowls.
I get it, but the stigma is
he wouldn't have done it without
Pat Mahomes and Reid. You see what I'm saying? So that's why everybody felt like he had to move over here.
I got it.
The same position to prove he can do it.
I just feel like
I don't think it matters.
He's a black coach, and he's not on the same scale as a white coach. So I just feel like he has to have some type of success as a coordinator in order to even.
So you're saying, so it's like it don't matter what he do.
Like damn if you do, damn.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
And then here's my thing: if they did offer him a job, what we can say right now, it's gonna be a trash job.
Oh, of course.
100%.
And then when he fails, see, told you.
But the thing is, the reality too, most of the jobs that open up are trash. Yeah, right. So I mean, we can't expect we can't say, oh, it's just gonna be a team like San Francisco that's gonna open up.
And like Shanahan ain't going nowhere anytime soon.
It's not like it's gonna open up. It's gonna be a good team.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. So I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. We're going to take a quick commercial break here on Beyond the Game on WLXU 93.9 FM. When we come back, we'll get into the Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Who would you rather have in a clutch playoff situation? And also, did the Browns make a $230 million mistake with Deshaun Watson? All of that and more when we come back on Beyond the Game with WLXU 93.9 FM. Must be the morning.
See more Sapp say he joined.
I see that. He said he's coming to Colorado next year.
I'm not mad at him, bro.
I'm telling you, they're gonna have everybody.
What Coach Prime has, man, it ain't.
They're gonna have everybody.
Watch Darrell Reeves be like, you know what? I come coach you DB.
Why would they not?
Why not?
Bro, it's a party in Colorado in Boulder right now, bro. Seriously, bro, you got to Boulder right now. It is a party out there, bro.
I'm just looking at the rocks and shit. I'm like, really? Really? That's what we doing?
That's what we on now?
If you smell.
That's what we on, man. Deion said, I forgot what I was watching, but he said he's 7 to 8 dogs away. You keep getting this coaching staff, you gonna get them dogs quick.
That's all he needs is the players. You give him the players, Deion's gonna be untouchable, bro.
So
he is the new Nick Saban, bro.
Nick Saban said, man, I like everything Deion does.
He ain't got no choice.
He ain't got no choice. He say either get with it or get ran over.
Get down and lay down, man.
Somebody said, yeah, once that happened, then one of the Power Fives gonna open up. I said, I don't think he's gonna leave.
I don't see it. He's building something special right
Somebody
now.
Somebody told me that he interviewed for the Cincinnati position, and they didn't want him because of how he came in and presented himself.
Yep. Well, he would have had Cincinnati. Oh, man.
Every week right up the street, too. Right up the street.
Up.
Come on, we're going to the Cincinnati game.
Boy,
what you doing every week? Cincinnati game. Cincinnati game. Go Bearcats.
Whole I-71 is blocked up because everybody tailgating on the highway.
Come on, man. It's amazing, bro. I need some of them shades, too.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to Beyond the Game with WLXU 93.9 FM.
Blenders, get your blenders.
Get your blenders, man.
It's personal.
It's personal.
It's personal.
So a couple of things. Deshaun Watson, he's the massage envy king. Came back week 13 of last season. Everybody expected him to struggle last season. Everybody expected him to have a bounce back season with a full off season, full training camp, OTAs, and he still doesn't look good. Right now, he is 24th in passing yards, 389 yards, 22nd in passing touchdowns, 31st in completion percentage. Ralph Clay, I'm gonna throw it over to you. Did the Browns make a $230 million mistake with Deshaun Watson? The Texans are happy. But did the Browns make a mistake?
I would say it's yes, but there's levels to it.
Yes, what?
That they may have made a mistake.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna say is, okay, you want Deshaun Watson, but damn, did you have to pay him that much money? The man hadn't even played
over a year.
Over a year when you gave him that money, and everything you were basing it off of is what he did prior.
Right.
There's no guarantee that that's going to carry over. Mm-hmm. And for me, when we talked about it before the season started, I was scared to pick the Browns because I felt like Deshaun Watson had to show improve.
Right.
For me, last week, he didn't look good.
Mm-hmm.
This week, he didn't look good.
You know what I'm saying?
For me, when he's throwing the ball seem flat. The ball doesn't seem like it's getting to the receivers.
It feels like he's kind of forcing it.
He's forcing the ball, like he doesn't have the velocity on his throws. So for me, I believe that he's struggling right now, man.
Have we already seen the best of Deshaun Watson?
Man, I hate to say that, bro. I hope that he can get better throughout the season. I hope that he can work things out. But right now, man, Deshaun Watson does not look good, man. I don't see the Browns having much success with him at the quarterback and Nick Chubb now being out, man.
Define success.
Playoffs, man.
Okay.
The Browns have a really good team.
They
if you
do.
look at their entire roster, defense and offense, they have a really good team. Deshaun has to figure this out, man.
Yeah, he's got Lamar, he got Joku. He had, Chubb before he went out. They just signed Kareem Hunt today, so he's a familiar face with that offense, so he should be inserted and be just fine.
He's got to play better, man.
Be legend. Did they make a $230 million mistake that the Texans are happy that they made?
No, I don't think they understand. I mean, why would we call it a mistake? I mean, they would pay the white quarterback the same type of money.
If you look at it like that, I agree. I agree with you.
I don't think it's a mistake. I mean, I think that they looked at it from the standpoint that, true enough, he hadn't played, but they had no choice but to base it off of his.
Yeah, prior.
Yeah, off of
his previous season.
Right.
That's all they had, right?
Right.
So, with that being the case, I just think that it's like, hey, I think this is my franchise quarterback. This is Cleveland we're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's an opportunity to go out and get that guy, So let's not take away from the fact that Deshaun got his money, right? Because the flip side to that was before all this stuff happened with Houston, with him going to massage envy. Before all that stuff happened, Houston wasn't playing him. They sat him out. Right. So I mean, let's just call it what it is. I mean, the man got his money. So let's not say, oh, well, they made a mistake for paying him his money. Nah. Would you rather have Deshaun or Dakota?
Dakota.
That's what I was about to say. At this point,
Dakota.
Deshaun's.
I mean,
look at the numbers.
You put Deshaun in Dallas's offense. I think he would.
Not if he can't get the ball to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think
he has looked bad at the quarterback position.
Look, I'm not knocking your opinion. I didn't Q's opinion. I just feel that to answer your question, Q, no, I do not think. I think, Deshaun got his money, just like all the rest of these dudes got their money.
Yeah.
So let's take money out of the equation.
Because Daniel Jones was a mistake.
Yeah, because that was terrible.
Absolutely. I agree.
Right?
$45 million a year.
Right.
Do what?
So from that perspective, let's take the money out of it.
Okay.
Now that we remove the money from it.
Yes, sir.
Now, when we look at his actual play on the field, are we a little bit shocked by that? Yeah, we're a little bit shocked. But at the same time, do you kind of give him a pass so he can get his feet wet again?
Yeah, I do.
Nope.
Maybe
not,
because he played how many games last year?
He played
six,
somewhere in that range.
Mm-hmm.
Then he had a whole off season, plus he had training camp, right? Preseason, all that. So let's see what happens.
You said give him some time.
Let's just see what happens.
Let's revisit round week 10.
You could be 1,000% correct that he's tanking. He's on his way down. But at the same time, he could be, just trying to get reacclimated on some things, and we'll see what happens. Now, it does not help that Nick Chubb went down. That hurts him tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
But Ford, he's gonna come in. He's gonna run the ball hard. I mean, they're gonna lose some Chubb, of
He
course.
still had 100 yards.
But that dude's gonna run. Kareem Hunt's gonna hurt. Let's just see what happens, man. But in terms of his money, nah, man, get your money.
Get your money.
Get your money, man. Open up a
That's why
massage parties.
Nah, man, just open up a brand, baby. Open up a brand, baby.
Deshaun's touches.
Yeah.
What about the Jets? Should they bring in a vet QB? Deshaun's touches.
Rub it all over.
I was about to say all the oils and
Yeah.
Hey man, Deshaun touches come.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Watson hit the toe back.
See what I'm saying? There it is.
Hands the toe, stop in the middle back.
Watch his wipe downs,
Yeah.
Just whatever you
Make
want.
sure you get these wipes because we're gonna need them.
There it is. Now, Aaron Rodgers went down 4 plays into the season. Zach Wilson stepped in, beat Josh Allen. Let me put that again. Beat Josh Allen week 1 of the season. Zach Wilson against the Cowboys was resorted back to the player we thought he was.
absolutely.
Do the Jets need to bring in a veteran quarterback to at least try to get them to the playoffs? Deshaun's touches.
Well, let's be honest again.
All right.
I don't think that that game against Dallas is enough to make that decision. And I say that just because of the fact that right now Dallas is playing out of sight.
Out of sight. They're playing like the best defense in football.
I also feel like, in terms of Zach Wilson, he was taking second team reps.
Yep.
He was forced in the first team reps immediately. We just got to see how that works out. I think everybody's on the, he can't play, he can't play. We need to go out and get somebody. Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
Does that change anything?
But ain't that the reason why they bought in Aaron Rodgers to begin with? Because they already knew what they had with Zach Wilson. So the Cowboys game isn't really like, okay, but they kind of already knew that's what he was.
To win that game, you needed to have a chance to win that game. You needed it, and there wasn't no guarantee you were gonna win that.
Yes, sir.
But at the same time, the Jets didn't try to protect Zach Wilson either, because Bryce Hall came out and said, "Dang, I only got 4 touches."
Yeah, that I see. I don't understand.
And see, the game in the first half, I think it was like 13-9 or something like that. So it was a close game. The Jets just needed somebody to stabilize the offense and not mess it up. And well, we know Zach Wilson does what he does, and he messes it up. So I think they do need to bring in a veteran quarterback, somebody that the defense can feel like we got a chance with, and we ain't doing all this for nothing.
Who's it, man?
Hey,
Carson Wentz.
Oh, boy.
That's what I was about to say. He gonna call him a boy. I was gonna call him something else. That's cute. Don't start this.
Carson Wentz can't come in and do his thing. He can't come in and cook.
I'd rather you say Phillip Rivers or something.
Who the Jets playing? Like Patriots or
something? Look at the Patriots.
See, that's a problem.
For who? The Jets or the Patriots?
The Jets.
That's a problem.
You know Belichick's gonna have.
Because Belichick, I mean, the one. Listen, you can say whatever you want to say about New England. Are they good offensively? No, they're terrible.
Absolutely.
But New England historically has always been able to take away the best thing that you have.
That's why you need Carson Wentz.
That's when they played Miami.
Oh my God!
They played Miami this past weekend. Tyreek, they took Tyreek out.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Completely.
So now where's that game at?
That's in looks like it's in New York.
All right. So now you got that game. Now you're gonna have the only good thing that's gonna keep them in that game is the Jets defense.
Yep.
Right.
That's what's gonna save him.
That's what's gonna save him. If he can play the game and manage not turning the ball on, just manage the game.
Yeah.
I believe they got a chance to win.
He's got to make some.
But do you believe he can do that?
He's got to make some.
I know that's what they need him to do, but I do believe he can.
I truly do not know the answer to that.
I don't think he can.
I don't know the answer to that.
Because did the Jets not have a top 5 defense last year? And all they needed him to do was manage the game? And what they do? Get Aaron Rodgers. So he can't do that.
And that's a fair statement.
So that's why you bring in.
So who?
Not Carson Wentz though. Give us somebody.
Carson Wentz almost won MVP, man.
What, 5 years ago?
That's neither here nor there.
Carson Wentz.
That's neither here nor there, man. We got to call a line. Call him, what's your name, man?
Oh man, Mr. One and Only. What's happening?
What's happening? We got Goo on the line. Goo, we talking about what are we talking? The New York Jets. Do you think they need to bring in a veteran QB to help stabilize this squad?
Who cares about the Jets now, man? They lost the man. I think they do, man, but they lost their momentum already. But if they do sign a QB, I don't see them really signing nobody that's really gonna make no changes. You know what I mean? Like RG3 threw his name out there. What's he gonna do? You know what I mean?
That's a joke.
We got some breaking news.
What news we got?
Cam Akers just got traded.
For real?
Yeah.
What to the Browns?
No, he got traded to the Vikings.
They need that.
They need that. I was gonna say that's
can't
decent.
make it to the Vikings.
Like
Hey, Goo, real quick. Do you believe the Cleveland Browns feel like they made a $230 million mistake of signing Watson?
Absolutely not, man. Did you see him get slaughtered out there? What did you expect him to do? It ain't like he had time back there like Tom Brady and he's just making bad bets. He was running for his life.
But hold on.
I'm with you.
Hold on, Goo.
At
At the same time, Goo, ain't that why you pay that guy that money? Because he can overcome certain deficiencies on your team? Ain't that why you give him that money?
Come on, Q.
I'm just okay. Hold on, Goo. I'm gonna let you cook. Ain't that the reason why you give Pat Mahomes the money you give him, right? Because you feel like without Tyreek, without this guy, we still got a chance. So if you're gonna give that guy $230, that means you gotta open. Because look, if you're gonna pay that guy that money, that means you're gonna be losing some stuff because you can't pay other players, right?
But here's my question on that one. In reference to Patrick Mahomes, I mean, are we trying to say that Cleveland's line is as good as Kansas City's line?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
They've been known for having a good
Good
line. That's why
offensive
they're able to
So
have.
why is he running for his life?
Because he don't know what he's doing back there.
Ah.
That's why they made a mistake. Go ahead, Goo.
Fine. Come on. He was actually, but without the two-face man cops, man, he made good breakaways, man. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I'm not seeing the same game.
I can't. I ain't seeing what y'all seeing out there, man. What? Okay, Goo and Legend. The next game, what do I need to be looking at with Deshaun Watson so I can say, look at who they play? What do I need to see so I can be like, okay,
Titans.
They play the Titans next. What do I need to be looking for?
Well, if he got time in the pocket and he's making bad decisions, we can talk about that. But if he's back there and he's definitely getting face mask calls because he's back there like he's Marshawn Lynch or something trying to get away to a pass, then you need to start looking at the line and just the play calling or something. Because, I mean, everybody's really looking at him just to throw. Didn't nobody think they had any kind of backfield with Chubb there, and they got surprised a little bit, but they still was eating his lunch.
Hey, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, bro, that's why we need a live show. We need film because I see some plays that I wish I could just show right now to show the throws that Deshaun Watson was making. That wasn't making.
I don't disagree with you. He made some questions, bro.
I just,
okay. I'm okay.
He just, I don't know about Deshaun.
I'm perfectly fine with that. But all I'm saying is let's not judge him and his money. You know,
I get that part.
Let's take the money out of it, right?
I get that.
And all I'm saying is let's just give it a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Give it a little bit more time.
How many more games should we give him?
Let's say give him at least 2 to 3 more games. 2 to 3
more games. All right. Hey, Goo, I got a question for you.
Rather have though, Ralph, Mac Jones or Deshaun Watson?
Don't you even fix your mouth.
Look, he was about to say, go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't you dare.
Deshaun Watson.
Okay. All right.
Oh, man.
Be real. You might lose all credibility right now.
Hey, I got a question for you, Goo. In a clutch playoff situation, who are you putting your money on to win you that game? Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson?
Let's get the party started.
Oh,
Come on, Goo. Let me get your ass before I get your battery, big dog.
I gotta get Josh Allen, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I gotta go Josh Allen.
You know they coming for you now.
Yeah,
you know they coming for you.
Hey, Goo, I'm clipping this up and posting it.
Okay, bro. They live in fantasy land, and I'm definitely rocking with y'all, man. We still need that 2 hours, bro.
Yes,
hey, I'm still working on it. Appreciate you for calling in, Goo. Yep. I don't be let's I know you want to jump in here. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
I want to say this too.
Go ahead.
A commercial break. We got some more news this afternoon, man. You know, the Pacers looking to trade Buddy Hield. Go ahead.
To Lakers.
For real?
Yeah.
To the Lakers?
I ain't say that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No, that is not what it is. I'm telling you that the word out. Sham said it itself that they are looking to trade Buddy Hield.
As long as Buddy does
after a contract comes to start.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick commercial break now. When we come back, we'll talk about that a little bit more beyond the game on WLXU 93.9 FM.
I've been wanting to for the past 2 years.
I would love him to go there, but I can't see it happen.
I think he's probably gonna want too much money.
No, I don't think they can do it. I don't think they can literally do it. I mean, the only way they can do it is they can trade some of their youth.
Drew said Daniel would have picked Mac Jones. we know it, Drew. We know Daniel hates black quarterbacks. Hey, whoever just called, just hold on. We got a commercial. When we get back, we'll get to your phone call.
Come on and sing it with me.
So after this, we coming back.
Ooh, yeah.
Welcome back to Beyond the Game on WLXU 93.9 FM. I hit Goo with a question before he got on up off of here. We still got a call on the line. Caller, you still there? Our caller must have dropped off. But anyways, call in. Let us know who you got in this situation, in a clutch playoff situation. Who do you have, Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen? We're going to ask the caller right now. Hold on, let me get him on the line. Caller, what's your name, man?
KC, man, what's up?
My God, TC, LeBron James's biggest fan in the build. What's going on with you, TC?
To get your opinion, that's really why I'm calling, is because there's 32 teams in the league, right?
Right.
How many good quarterbacks do we really have in the NFL?
Talking about it.
Outside of 10, I just start like.
They basically all the same.
And so it's like you talking about should he get his money? For one, the market is dictating that. Of course, that's based on his skill, but the market helps dictate it. But who else are they going to pay? They got to pay this money. Who else are they going to get? Like, there's not enough good quarterbacks, unless I'm missing something. Outside of the top 10, in my opinion, they all are like the same. From like 11 through 32,
pretty much.
It just seems like there's a shortage of good quarterbacks. And I don't know why that is. Even if you look at the college game, how many great quarterbacks are in college right now? I mean, look at Alabama. They don't even know who to put a quarterback. It's Alabama.
That's facts, man.
Alabama ever had a quarterback issue as far as they're not good enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, I would like to hear your opinion, man. Like, what am I missing when it comes to the quarterback position now in the NFL?
So to that, I would say this. I don't have a problem with Deshaun Watson getting his money. My only issue is how do you pay him $230 million and you haven't seen the guy take one snap in a year and a half? That's my issue, because if you pay him $230 and you see what he can do, okay, I ain't got no problems with that. Like the Giants, they paid Daniel Jones $45 million a year after he's basically done nothing. So I don't agree with that contract. But you give Deshaun Watson all this money, and then he doesn't produce, and now he's looking like that 11 through 32, like you just talked about. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you overpaid for that.
Yeah, but we've also paid guys that haven't produced.
Like who?
I mean, Dakota ain't produced.
But he's gotten to the playoffs.
But he ain't produced.
He's got 2 playoff wins. That's more than Deshaun Watson got. I'm just saying.
Okay, now when do we take into account the team around him?
Who? A team around who?
Around the quarterback.
Okay,
Deshaun Watson's in a good position. I don't think he's
Deshaun
Watson. No, hold on. Is he in a good position?
Yes. You have a number 1 receiver in Amari Cooper. Hold
on. Stop right
You have a decent tight end in Joku.
But here's my thing. Amari Cooper, if you go back and look at it historically, Amari Cooper is injured every single year.
But he's not injured right now.
Yeah, he is injured right now. He's got a bad groin. But I'm just stating facts. It's just like Justin Herbert, great quarterback, put up big numbers, right?
Phillip Rivers,
right? But Keenan Allen injured every year.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Williams injured every year.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are injured every single year.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of variables that play into the success of a team. I get that, but that's not an excuse for bad play to me.
Hold on. We got Andrew. He said, hold on, legend. Your son, he said, your son had the worst wide receiver unit of his career and came home with the trophy that he stole.
Well, that may be.
Andrew, hold on,
stole.
He did not steal.
Well, first of all,
I lost Andrew.
First of all, what Andrew just said doesn't make logical sense, just because of the fact that Travis Kelce, who's the best tight end in the game, right? Who technically is a receiver.
Okay.
So we can't say he had the worst receiving core, so that don't even make logical sense by itself.
So you just saying Drew's better?
Are you talking about last year?
Yeah.
Because Juju's a legit receiver, and
so
Hardman's a legit, receiver too. So
okay, so you say Amari Cooper, so he's got 1. Who's your second?
Njoku.
Man, come on.
And Njoku's not a decent receiver?
Come on.
A tight end receiver, I mean.
Yeah, you got Moore, you got Peoples-Jones.
Yeah, so he got some.
Man, y'all got
He got some forward.
Again, I'm not saying that these guys are not professional guys that can produce because they can, but they're not on that level. They're not. They're just not.
They are.
They're not.
So all right. Well, I guess we'll get back to this
We'll
question
get back.
further weeks down the road.
Yeah. TC, my guy, appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate all the support. We about to get back in that group text. I got some more stuff for you, my guy.
Hey, TC, you ought to see him, TC. He's got on this. What does it say?
LeBron Goat, TC. I'm gonna turn around for
he's got a shirt on TC that says LeBron Goat James on it. It's ridiculous.
It's utterly ridiculous.
People can see it.
Please don't show that on Facebook.
Hey, I just showed it. Hey, TC, man, appreciate all the support, my guy.
Hey, at least you got the BTG on there.
I'm gonna turn around so they can see it.
Turn
around so they can see it again.
Oh my
It
God.
is shiny too.
Why are we doing this?
This is in gold. It's in gold. That's what we do.
Oh,
But anyways, man, let's get to the question.
Platinum.
Let's get to the question at hand.
I agree.
That's MJ's and platinum,
Everything he
Records-
Sterling Silver.
Records don't go gold. Where do they go?
Sterling Silver. And that's what MJ is not. But anyway, caller, we got call him line. Caller, what's your name, man?
Jason Alexander, man.
Hey,
What's
we got
up, man?
long-time supporter Jason Alexander on the phone. I'm gonna go ahead and get right to it because you were part of this debate too.
100%.
So, clutch playoff moment.
He's always good.
You need them score, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown. Between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, who are you taking?
Without question, I'm taking Lamar Jackson.
Hang
No
up.
hesitation.
Hang up.
I know he's probably going to turn the ball over. Josh is going to do the same damn thing. So at this point, it's personal preference. Personal preference is always going to be Lamar. If you look at it, the man has got all kinds of victories where he's had to drive the team down the field to get a field goal or a touchdown, and he's delivered more often than not. Now, I'll give you that he ain't done it in the playoffs, but hell, the man is what, 25 years old? Let's give the man some time, man. In time, he's going to win playoff games and hopefully get that Super Bowl. That will be lovely to see. But I'm taking Lamar all day, any day.
Hey, my guy Ralph, he got a question. He said, how much time does Lamar Jackson need?
Well, I mean, I would like to see something out of him this year. I mean, we can all agree that him staying healthy has probably been one of the bigger issues he has to overcome. And he has to prove that he can stay healthy enough in the playoffs in order to perform, in order to succeed. And until he does that, all the criticism that he gets for it is, I feel like it's warranted. But at the same time, I feel like when that time comes and he's actually healthy in the playoffs, he will perform the way we expect him to perform. And if he doesn't, that's going to be his legacy.
All right, so let's get you back on the Deshaun Watson because I seen you was in the Facebook comments heavy with that one. Do you feel like the Browns made a $230 million mistake with Deshaun Watson?
Well, I don't want to say they made a mistake because in reality, he was suspended, 11 games last year? So he played the last 5-6 games, and then he's played 2 more games. So realistically, we're looking at Deshaun being 7-8 games in after having sat out for pretty much a year. I mean, he ain't played for 2-3 years. So if he gets to week 10 of this season and he ain't got no better, it's probably a mistake. But right now, I feel like it's too early to say it's a mistake because not having Chubb and not having the game time experience that he's had the last couple of years is going to be things he's going to have to overcome here in the next couple of weeks, and whether he can do it remains to be seen. Right now, he looks like shit, but he can play better.
Hey, Dan, you can pull it over.
Yeah, pull it over, yeah. This is your topic right here, Dan.
Jason.
What's
going on,
you gonna get kicked off the air, man. You can't get his cut. You got me cussing out. But I know you're emotional. I feel it. But don't get.
Oh man, Jason, we appreciate you for tuning in, my guy. Appreciate you for all the support. If you are you in Lexington?
Yeah, I'm in Lexington.
We're gonna have to get you to come through the show, my guy, one time.
Yeah, I have to do that. I'm driving home from work today, but I usually get off at 4, so hopefully I can make that happen sometime in the future.
Hey, we'll get a hold of you. Appreciate you for tuning in, my guy.
You're all right. I'll just give you a hard time. You good.
Now we got
Yes, sir.
the dude in the building who everybody wanted to see on this topic right now. So Daniel, if you don't know what we're talking about, the question is, who would you rather have in a clutch playoff moment, Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson? So then,
Yes, sir.
I don't. Why you looking at me? Why you looking at me? Go ahead.
Kobe Bryant face.
Go ahead. So Daniel,
He said it's an easy question for him.
who you got then?
I mean,
Let me hold on, turn you.
Turn them up.
Turn him all the way
Turn them all the way up.
to be fair to both parties, I mean, neither one of them has been to a conference title. Neither one of them has been to a Super Bowl. They act like one guy's Tom Brady to the black community.
Hold on. No, we gonna put some names on it.
Yeah,
They act like who is Tom Brady?
Lamar Bartholomew.
There we go.
So, you know, I mean, but if it was me, I've seen Josh Allen make clutch plays in the playoff. Not a lot. They've both been in the league 6 years. Josh Allen's made clutch plays. Unfortunately, in both games, it was in losing efforts. One to the Texans, his second year in the NFL, and then, of course, the other one was to B-Legend's son, Patrick Mahomes, even though he outplayed Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson, I've never seen him have a good playoff.
Talk about it.
Period.
So I'm going to give you some stats real quick. So in the playoffs, this is Josh Allen's number. His passer rating is 99.6. He's thrown for over 2,334 yards, 17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 63 completion percentage, and he's 4-4. Lamar Jackson, 68.3 passer rating, 900 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 55% completion percentage, and 1-3 in the playoffs. Go ahead.
That's not even close.
So, I mean, as we see, I don't just get my opinions. I mean, it's not really an opinion. It's actually facts. I mean, I know what I watch. I process it. I don't know what y'all watch. I mean, we watched him versus the Titans. He was horrible.
Okay.
That was his MVP year.
Okay.
He got bounced immediately.
Okay.
We watched them versus the Bills. They only could score 3 points when they played the Bills. They lost by 2 touchdowns. So, I mean, I don't know what people are arguing. I don't want to go too far in on Josh Allen.
I do. Go ahead.
I mean, we had some guys. Joe Burrow still hurt. As I said, he was still hurt. That's why I haven't been high on the Bengals. I haven't even bet on the Bengals so far this season. So he finally beat the Bengals, with their Achilles heel. I can say he's beat them, I think, one other time. But with Joe Burrow hurt, I mean, he is the team. No matter how many receivers they got, somebody's got to throw on the ball. And they pounded their chest because he had 2 touchdowns. Like Josh Allen didn't go out there and have 3 touchdowns, no picks.
Hey,
he was 31 for 37.
So it's yours, man. Talk your talk, man. So it's yours, man.
But, they like to turn a blind eye when he plays good. And then, in 6-7 weeks, they'll be back talking again. So, easy answer, Josh Allen.
I'm gonna let you talk your talk.
I agree with you, Dean.
What is the issue with you and the Lamars, man? What is the problem with this, man?
He refuses to back down and give Lamar credit where credit's not due.
That's what people want you to do. They just want you to just get steamrolled these days. But I base my opinions on facts. They base theirs on feelings.
Facts and feelings.
You got some people that live in Louisville. Louisville hasn't had a lot of black quarterbacks, so they feel like they just got to ride for the guy. You got some people that just go for everybody that's black. Then some people, they just going to be biased purposely because Josh Allen's white. So, it is what it is. But I'm the type of person, it don't matter if you black, white, or Asian. Jeremy Lin had Linsanity for a couple of months. He was dropping 30 balls. It don't matter who it is. Whoever's better is better, man.
Whoever's better.
Josh Allen's better.
Hey, you heard it from the man himself. So we got about 9 minutes left in the show. I'm gonna get some. Did you want to cook on that? Oh yeah, you didn't give me who you got in the clutch playoff moment. Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson?
You really asking me this?
So he got Lamar Jackson. So anyway,
Lamar, your answer.
That's who we got. Do you know why he's going with Lamar Jackson? Because he's black. That's why
I'm not going on Lamar Jackson. You insane?
So who did Q pick?
I love Lamar Jackson, but I'm not gonna put my money. Not no
going Baker Mayfield.
Nah,
both of them.
Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, man.
It's an easy answer, Q. Why are you struggling, bro? Don't be like them. Don't be like them, man.
Don't be like them.
We gotta get off this black thing.
No. It's not a black thing. It is a performance.
Absolutely, bro.
And you know what? Just because I'm gonna be who I am, I'm gonna go with Lamar Jackson. Just because I feel like in a clutch playoff performance situation, I feel like Lamar Jackson can get you down the field with his legs or his arms. So I'm gonna go with Lamar Jackson in that situation.
You need weapons.
Truth be told, Q's just saying that so we can continue the Lamar versus Josh.
Give me Lamar Jackson. Sign me up for that right there. And he got Odell Beckham Jr. too.
After the numbers you just read,
let me tell you something. They got Odell Beckham, right?
Yeah.
You see what Odell Beckham did for my Rams. In the middle of the season, traded, didn't know the playbook. I think he had 5 or 6 touchdowns, 8 games, 9 games. Apologize.
He didn't know the playbook.
And he didn't even know the play. I mean, he didn't know the Rams
because he was a
playbook
new.
because he got traded in the middle of the season.
Oh, that's right.
Right. But now he's had a whole camp with the Ravens. He played 2 games. He's had 53 yards receiving in 2 games.
Yeah.
So is it the receivers or is it Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, I get somebody to throw the ball.
This
I'm
receivers.
just saying, man.
They got a quarterback that ain't got no receivers. But we got some matchups coming in. We got Thursday night football matchup. I don't even know. I'm gonna go around the room, but I don't even know why. Hold on real quick.
Oh yes, we've been waiting on this.
Waiting on this. All right, so let's see here. Caller, what's your name?
You know who it is. It's Reggie. See,
No.
you got that Lamar Jackson hater on the show.
Oh Lord.
That's Smith Mello I see on the show today.
Little Benita.
Yeah, that's Smith Mello.
That's him.
No, that was not what I was waiting on.
I'm arguing with him. I don't want to hear nothing about that. Want to play out of his playbook. The Raiders is trash.
Okay.
Hey, me and Q can throw for 300 yards with the Raiders.
So basically, what you saying is that Josh Allen's numbers is trash.
Against the Raiders?
Yes.
I got one question.
That answer
I was going to say, I'm
all
going to let Daniel go ahead and get in there, Daniel.
No, trust me.
Oh,
Remember a
God.
couple years ago when Lamar Jackson came back and beat the coach.
This is an endless conversation.
It was probably 2 years ago. Might be last year or 2 years ago. And Daniel was the main one. It's the coach.
No. I said the Colts had one of the last 3 in the league secondaries, which was facts. You can look it up.
Raiders, right?
The Raiders don't have one of the worst 3. So let me ask you this question. This is going back to my question. So you want to negate Lamar Jackson's stats versus the Raiders. But why? Now, let's go around the panel. What would y'all rank the Texans? 30, 31, 32? What are they ranked in the
At the
NFL?
bottom?
They're at the bottom.
They're at
They
the
definitely
bottom.
at the bottom. Bro.
Okay, so Lamar Jackson played the Texans last week.
Uh-huh.
His only stat was turnovers.
Mm.
No touchdowns rushing, no touchdowns passing.
You get that?
So, no, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Lamar
Okay.
throwing donuts.
But he had turnovers, so
Okay.
you know what I mean. So my question is, when you're playing a weak team, you're supposed to ball, and Lamar didn't ball. But
Okay.
when Josh Allen balls versus a weak team, now it's negated. Okay.
Go ahead, Reggie. Go ahead. Respond to that.
Hold on. Did we just not witness this man throw 40? He was the reason his team is 1-1 right now. And you see what the Cowboys just did to the Jets without Aaron Rodgers? Josh Allen threw 4 interceptions and a fumble? Come on, Mello. If that was a mob boy, you would have went live on these days.
No. One thing about that man, I'm not going live about him.
Consider Mello.
Hey, but look, first things first, I just want to say you didn't answer my question.
Nope.
You tried to get away from the line. That's what they do.
Get him, Mello.
This is what they do.
Hey,
Get him.
do your thing, bro.
So I don't forget. So I need to answer. I need my question answered. Why didn't Lamar ball versus the Texans?
Like
What?
that. See, I can admit that though.
He said that game.
Bad game? Okay, look. So you're only the second Lamar fan. It took y'all 2 weeks. But you're the second Lamar fan. You're the second Lamar fan to say he played bad. But Lamar said he played bad right after the game.
Go back to the archives when Brian Raines said, bro, Lamar played bad, but they still won. That's always y'all little excuse, but they still won the game.
No. That's y'all's excuse that they still win the game. Go look at Dominic Higgins. Bro, winners, players etiquette. It's always the goal to win. Bro, it don't matter. If I drop 0 and I have 8 turnovers and I don't have no assists and no rebounds, but we win, it wasn't because of me, so I can't fall back on that. And we talking about individual performances.
Watch this though, y'all. Let me see if you admit this. Did Lamar Jackson outplay Joe Burrow last week?
It was about even, to be real with you.
No, we ain't doing that.
Go look at the numbers. Go look at the numbers, bro.
I understand. Me and Melo are in a group chat.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Dre. So we go back and forth.
That's my dog.
Melo know what he's doing.
Hey, Mello, what are you doing, Mello? He said you know what you're doing. What are you doing?
Look, I don't want to be incorrect because I didn't watch a lot of that game. I didn't have to. I had a lot of other games and money on the line. But I'm pretty sure I'm not inaccurate when I say it. They pretty much have similar numbers. Now the Ravens outplayed the Bengals, but
I mean, the Ravens with.
that's what y'all fall back on. The team, right?
He said, "I love you, Melo."
Hey, look.
Lamar Jackson to take the Ravens to the Super Bowl, throw for 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. And Melo's gonna talk about the interception more than 2 touchdowns.
Hey, look, I'm gonna go ahead and admit to something to Reggie. I'm looking at the numbers right now. Lamar Jackson slightly outplayed Joe Burrow because they both passed for 2 touchdowns, but Joe Burrow had an interception. Lamar Jackson didn't, so he outplayed Joe Burrow. I'm not even gonna talk about Joe Burrow's injury. He outplayed Joe Burrow. Congrats.
That's all they want to hear.
That's all he wanted to hear. Hey, Reg, we appreciate you for calling into the show, my guy. Yep. Man, we got about 3 minutes left. Let me go around the room. So Thursday night football, everybody got 49ers. Ain't no need even going through that matchup. Yeah.
No, I don't even know that. I don't even want to ain't.
Yeah, they can they flex that? But anyways,
Thursday night.
So Sunday night, Steelers, Raiders, Melo, who you got?
Ooh, they both are terrible.
That's what I'm waiting on.
That's who you waiting on? Okay, well, hold on. We got another caller on the line real quick.
He ain't gonna fail me.
He ain't gonna fail? Hold on, let me get it through. Caller, what's your name, man?
Who day?
Is this Ike?
You know,
It is Ike Barrett,
All right, I'm glad you called in because I was going to say your line, but since you're here, go ahead and say your line.
I told you he wasn't gonna fail me.
Go ahead. What's your line?
Say your line, Ike.
Hey, who day, baby. All day. It's all about the who day. I'm picking your boys again this week.
Hold on,
I need to hear it.
Go ahead.
I need to hear it. Baker Mayfield 2, Joe Burrow.
Hey, Baker Mayfield 2, Joe Burrow. Speak, bro.
Come on, man.
Hey, while we got you on here, Bucks and Eagles play Monday Night Football. Who you got, Ike?
Man, Bucks all day. Ain't nobody worried about no Eagles.
Hey, straight up and
I
down
agree
like
with y'all,
that.
bro.
Straight up and down like
Picking
that.
y'all this week, man.
Hey, but all right, who you got in the playoff situation? Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson?
Oh, easy, Josh Allen.
That's the wrong comment. You're supposed to do Lamar Jackson.
Nah, bro.
You're supposed to have Lamar Jackson. But anyways, all right, what you got to say about the Bengals? Get it off your chest real quick.
Hey, man, I'm loving it. This is the best situation ever. I'm going to pick them every single week. Adam Kent, Willie Mays, Vance Wade.
Drew Chandler.
I'm rolling with y'all, man.
Oh, yeah.
Bengals all day. So, but man, I'm going with the Rams in this matchup.
Bro, you see
I
what I
can't
can
do it.
do.
I can't do it, bro.
I got it written down before the show. I wrote it down.
Situation. I know that I want the Bengals to. Nah, Bengals got to do this thing 0-3, bro.
I should have beat the Seahawks. I don't know what happened in that game.
We beat the Seahawks. We should beat the Niners.
Yeah.
But all right, man, we gotta get you back in the show. We was texting about it earlier. We'll get you back in the show so we can talk about when the Bengals are 0-4, my guy.
Hey, I can't wait.
Yeah, so we get ready to get on up out of here, man. It's already 7 o'clock.
It is,
We get ready to get on up out this joint. Eagles, Bucks, who you got? Melo, real quick.
Ooh, that's a tough one to me, and it shouldn't be. But
It's going to be a good
I'm
game.
not gonna lie. With Shane Steichen going to Indianapolis Colts, the Eagles' offense is gone. They keep trying to run these same plays, and it ain't looking that
Same
good.
play over and over again.
Unfortunately, though, they still got a good defensive line. I think they probably will get some pressure on Baker Mayfield. For some reason, Baker Mayfield thinks he's got the athleticism of Lamar Jackson, and he don't. So I'm gonna go close game Eagles.
Eagles, real quick. Legend, who you got? Eagles, Bucks. You got Bucks. Eagles.
Buccaneers.
I hate all y'all. But anyways, we get ready to get on up out of here. As always, man, of course, you already know I got the Bucks. I'm rolling with the Bucks all day, every day. We out of here. We want you to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. We about this thing, y'all. Peace.
They will have an ally in Frankfurt if I have a
I know. That's weird, man.
ally in Frankfurt.